The Nürburgring's a very special place. You know, in the Nürburgring you've got problems that never do exist in any other racetrack in the world. First of all, it's 14.7 miles round. It used to have 187 corners per lap. You know, there's left-handers, right-handers, you're going uphill, you're going down-dale. It's really a compromise, the whole thing, as far as the car is concerned, and to some extent also the driver. Because every lap I do at the Nürburgring, I make a mistake. I never go through the Nürburgring feeling that I've achieved something in the way of the perfect lap. Half the places around the Nürburgring, I think if I were to walk round them, I would be horrified. I would never drive round the place again. So the faster you drive round the ring, the less you know. And maybe that's the best thing to do. At the Nürburgring, rain is a problem because the racetrack is 40.5 miles long, as I said. You're coming round lovely dry weather conditions. The track is dry, the conditions are good. Suddenly, you enter an area that's had a shower of rain, or it's in a wood, and the track has never dried out properly. Now, this is a hazard at the Nürburgring. It's a hazard in any long circuit. But the Nürburgring is made up with a conglomerate of different road surfaces. They're not all the same. Some hold the water, and some, of course, dry out very easily. So the driver has to be more aware of what's coming ahead of him than perhaps in any other racetrack in the world. Here you have an easy situation. Suddenly we've come into wet roads again out of what was very dry. Now you've got to do this one right because it's followed immediately by another left-hand bend, and if you don't get the car in the right place on the road, this is where you can easily make a mistake. There's a lot of cars have gone off. Now a car's gone off on the inside here. He looks more like he's had a mechanical failure than a crash. I think you'll find, maybe he's had a bump too. He's had, I think, a mechanical failure, probably an engine problem. Now here we're through this left and right section here, and we go into a very late braking condition at the bottom of this hill. You come over here and you sort of see this corner. This is why you've got to have an excellent memory for the Nürburgring to recognize exactly where you are. Because not only have you to know the geography of the racetrack, but you've got to remember the road surface. And here is a place that holds water. So you come down here, accelerate out, try not to go on the dirt because you can pick up a puncture. There's a little river runs across the road there as well, so you've got to remember that. You're approaching the famous carousel, and if you look forward, you see the high fir tree. Now, we aim the car at that high fir tree, and if I put this car on the line for the fir tree, I go exactly into the bowl of the carousel. And there you are, into this bowl. It's a second gear corner. You're accelerating round this corner, not too fast, but still accelerating round, and out you come. The car lifts itself out the bowl, and if you do it properly, it's clean, it's fine, and you haven't got a problem. If you come out too early, the car will just fly straight over to the barrier. Into what is a very fast part of the circuit. We've got this situation coming out here in third gear, accelerating hard, going into fourth gear, and now we approach a thing called the Flugplaza. And this Flugplaza is where the first jump of the Nürburgring comes in. Now the car gets light over this little bump, you put it into fifth gear, top gear mark you, going round here. You're accelerating hard, and this is a gamble, whether you change into fourth gear just before here or keep it in fifth, because just here the car takes off and you fly over this. You arrive on the ground again with not much room to start getting the car nicely balanced and sorted out for the start of a very fast section, fastest part in the circuit with the main straight. You're going through here in fourth or fifth gear, you're climbing, it's quite a climb, so the car's really working hard. you're getting to the top of this rise here. Now, of course, there have been many accidents up here. There was a driver killed here a couple of years ago because you're going down this next section around 175 miles an hour. Doesn't look like it. When you see this here, you think it's a very short straight. This section here is taken at 175 miles an hour. You're in top gear, of course. And you go over this rise. Again, the car gets light as you go over the rise. It's up in the air. You've got to settle the car down again because the Nürburgring is never level. And you go into this left-hander. Now, I take this in top gear. I keep it in top gear, which is 5th gear. Now, look at this, a Nürburgring Classic. You come out of a semi-dry road condition, straight into a change of surface, and now this surface holds rain. Terribly slippy. And here you've got a hard braking corner. You're in 3rd gear. It's faster than you think, in fact. You go through here into what they call the foxhole. The foxhole used to be one of the most dangerous parts of the circuit, and they certainly have cleared it up a lot by putting barrier most of the way down. But again, you achieve your maximum speed on this whole circuit again down this section. And this also is hard to believe. Here you see yourself going through what is really a cutting in a heavily valleyed area with trees. Now, can you think of going down here at 175, where the car bottoms out in the bottom, it graunches the suspension, the chassis really gets gouged, and you start going up this other end here. Now, when you go up this hill, at the bottom here, if you look up the hill here, you're going up here with so much G-forces on that you can't take your foot really properly off the throttle and get it onto the brake. Just as you hit this corner, I stick it into 4th